Hey folks, Elaine Marolakos Edelson here with AstrologyMojo. I want to help you get your mojo back. I have a whole different setup on my desk, so where I would typically turn that way, now I'm looking this way. A little confusing this morning. Anyway, hope you're doing really great. Come join me. Say hello, September 1st, 2022. And if you're watching this in a replay on YouTube or Facebook, then you can still do the oracle reading. It's just about picking your deck, thinking about your issue, and never giving your power away. But it's always about keeping in tune with where you are right now. And so the outside world is your playground. It's also validation. So if you're feeling kind of cranky, the outside world will validate that vibration. That's the law of attraction in action, folks. So, okay. If you're new to me, you don't know that I say that the planets in astrology don't make you do anything, and you have the power. When the planets make a move, we're heading into Mercury in retrograde. We're already in the pre-shadow phase. It's not that, and Uranus is retrograde. So it's not that the planet is doing something to you. It's that you feel everything. You're a sentient, celestial, eternal being. How would it be otherwise? You are feeling everything. But the planet is not dictating terms. So if you're feeling spacey or ungrounded, just do what you need to do to get grounded. Hematite, some black tourmaline, meditation, eat really well. And it's so simple. It's just so simple. You don't have to be overwhelmed. Okay. We are starting with, I'm going to get this up on the screen so you can see. Hey, Latanja, happy Thursday. Hi, everybody. Okay, so let me share the screen so you can see astrologically what things look like. And, I practice 5D astrology. It's transformational astrology. It's about moving out of the victim mindset that, because Mars is doing this, this is why I feel this way. No, you feel this way because you made a specific choice and Mars reflects that choice. That's it. It just got to flip it on its head and make it upright. So like your brain helps you to see things right side up. If it were just your eye, it would be seeing things upside down. Isn't that a mind-blowing concept? Anyway, let's just get this in here so I can show you. Okay, here we have today is, we're in Virgo, and the sun is in Virgo, and the Artemis 1 is going to the moon now we think on Saturday, the 3rd. I hope all that goes well, so that we make and the moon will be in Sagittarius during that time frame. So we're looking at travel, adventure. So what better way to express a Sagittarius moon than going to the moon? I mean, come on. I love that. Okay, what else is happening? So we have moon in Scorpio today, the 1st of September, but then it's moving into Sagittarius. And we've got Mercury's in Libra going retrograde on the 9th. Okay. And it is going to be opposing Jupiter in Aries retrograde. And so, and I talked about that in previous, if you're new to me, again, planets don't do anything to you, but we look at, I have a reverse on my thing. So we look at planets and angles and aspects in a chart to get a clearer perspective. I have my hand up, you couldn't see, to get a clearer perspective of what choices am I making that are bringing this reality to me. It's not that something is happening astrologically to you. No, you're happening to you. You're happening. I'll tell you, you are happening. Come join me, say hello. We are going to do an oracle reading. I want you to, I have three decks, and I want you to just get calm on your issue and the thing you'd like to focus on. As we also look at, we have Mars in Gemini, and it's squaring the sun, which means you might feel like you wake up like, I'm going to meditate. And as I'm always telling people, my clients, friends, family, and especially in Instagram, it's like, wake up, find something that makes you laugh or gives you that cozy feeling, because as soon as you get up, it's going to be busy. And that's just everybody right now. It's everybody all the time. It depends on what kind of busy you want to be in. If you see people spinning and you like that, then you go and then you get caught up in the spin. But if it's not meant for you and it's not authentic to you, then please consider thinking about doing something differently. Mars and Gemini. Think about doing something differently. We vacuumed 2 hours this morning of ants coming in from many directions. Yeah, we were looking for where are they coming from outside? Just sealing the hole. 2 hours. Like, I gotta get to work. Okay, let's think about. So we just burst out laughing. We're like, okay, this is happening. This is what's happening right now, and we're gonna come up with a solution. Okay, so we have Pluto and Saturn also retrograde. Neptune's retrograde. Uranus is retrograde. La 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 la. My mind. So we're all going within to figure out what we want, how we want to get there. What tool can we use? Is it a computer? Is it back to the typewriter? Is it a different phone? Is it a different phone plan? Are travel arrangements being changed without your knowledge? Are sudden trips coming into light and someone's tapping you on the shoulder going, hey, you want to go to the moon? Okay, why not? So it's going to be kind of a wacky feel for a little while, but but collectively, it's also about people just wanting to get, what is that about my thing? I got to clean that up. Why is that series of books sitting in my bookcase and I haven't opened them, let alone dusted them for 10 years? So now we're going to get organized. How would you like to be organized? So we have 3 decks. One is the White Light Oracle, and it is Alana Fairchild does the oracle reading, and the images are, oh, let me get rid of this. And the images are Andrew Gonzales. He's amazing. Okay. So if you feel like you're vibing with Alana Fairchild and Andrew Gonzales, this is your deck. And you might play with it and might say, oh, I'll take this for my sun sign, or I'll take the next one for my moon sign, or whatever, or this issue or that issue. So, play with it. Come say hello to me. We're doing this now. Alana Fairchild with Andrew Gonzales, Oracle deck. That's the first card that I will be pulling. Then the second deck, which I'm vibing a lot with lately and having fun with, is the Oracle of the 7 Energies, Colette Baron-Reid. So if you're vibing with this deck, just get a feel for it. If you're vibing with this deck, then this is going to be your Oracle validation or insight. And then the third one will be Rebecca Campbell, artwork by Danielle Noel, the Starseed Oracle. Which way? This way. The Starseed Oracle. If you're vibing with this deck for whatever reason, then I'll be pulling a card for that. Okay, so I'm going to begin now because we have some men in the backyard the past week digging up everything. Now they're putting it back together. So we might hear some noise. We go with it. Okay, so now if you chose the White Light Oracle with Alana Fairchild and Andrew Gonzales, this is the deck I'm going to be shuffling off to Buffalo. Just be calm and focused and take a nice deep breath. Even if you're watching this in a replay, this applies. And you can come back to this video in a replay another time and get a different answer. Pick a different deck. Have a different issue. And it will still apply because you're the one with the power and you are calling to you the inspiration. Oh, we got it. Okay. And survey says, ooh, I have never gotten this one personally, but it's beautiful. Obediere. Obediere is Latin for obedience. Now, look at that. It's stunning. And obedience doesn't mean following somebody's rules or listening to somebody else. The original definition for obedire in Latin is to listen. Let's see what the book has to say. Oh, I hear the drilling has begun. Just on time, just in time. Oh, do not turn away from your path, nor from what you know in your heart to be true. No matter what appears to be, nor what logic may dictate, trust what your heart is telling you. You are safe and protected by spirit. You are spiritually empowered with all you need to manifest your authentic soul path. You have what it takes to connect with the light and live that connection in practical ways, which contribute positive energy to our human collective. So the whole point of this card is saying that you are now tapped on the shoulder to be that sacred rebel and to listen to what's going on inside, to become a little bit more spiritually in tune with what's going on. So okay, and here's the thing. If you're feeling empowered to go do something, if you picked the White Light Oracle deck, if you're feeling empowered to do something, but again, and it ties into what I was talking about earlier with Mars in Gemini, if you're feeling empowered to do something, you just need to go within first and realize your higher inner being is going to be speaking to you about your timing. It's like, yes, I'm going to go do that. Yeah, I'm going to get that done. No, I'm done with that. I'm going to end it now. I'll call them up and go, I'm done. So whatever is happening energetically, you need to turn it inward and tune to it about the proper timing. This is a great line. To be clear, the guidance of this oracle is not to hand over your power, nor to seek out spirit to tell you what to do. It's always up to you to exercise free will and live your life as you choose. But you want to tune into your higher inner being and have a little combo. How does it feel? What's happening? Oh, I love this line. You are encouraged to ditch the drug of doubt. And it undermines your confidence and sends you on a mission to gain approval before making every decision. We're not going to do that anymore if you pick this deck. It's about listening, being that spiritual rebel. Believe in the power of manifesting. That is very powerful. I love that. Again, one more time. Ubedire means to listen in Latin. And it's also the number 3. So if you're vibing on numerology, the number 3 pertains to communication, but most people think communication is, most people think, new setup, it's on the right side. Most people think the number 3 relates to talking. No, it is perception first. It is listening. Very appropriate. Okay, I hope that was exciting for you if you picked the Oracle, White Light Oracle Guidebook. Next is the 7, I'll show you the book, the Oracle of the 7 Energies, Colette Baron-Reid. So that's what I'll be whipping up now for you if you want to just tune into it. And if you're just joining us, this is a September Oracle reading. So it can help you gain clarity and focus. Remember, the cards aren't giving you the answer. The planets aren't giving you the answer. Definitions that you have internally are giving you your answer. And if you don't like the answer because it takes you down a road of, been there, done that, but I'm hitting a brick wall, then apparently you need to change the way you think. Oh, we got one. We have a winner. All right. Card number 5, body and soul. Now, I want you to take a look at this image. Now, it has green in it. I have green screen, so I hope we can see it. Oh, we can. Look at that image. At the top, there is a spiritual sprite. It's just like the whole connection, the connectivity between the flower, the light, and the dragonfly. We work as a team. And this card deals with this number 5. 5 deals with transformation. Imagine 5 sitting on a rocker. You know, you rock back. That's what I used to do. Now I'm going forward. When you're ready to spring out of that chair because you feel like, okay. But body and soul means, I think the card calls for radical self-care. So radical self-care is, if you're hungry, you need to, let's get back to basics. If you're hungry, you need to eat. If you're got a headache or you just can't think clearly, perhaps you're dehydrated. Put down the chemicals and ingest the pure stuff. Water, tea, herbs. Just get clear. Body and soul. Because the spirit is already present. Spirit inspires. The mind maps out the plan. The body enacts the plan. So when you're connecting your body, mind to your soul, what you're doing is forming a little committee. What do I think about that? Okay. Let me gather some more information. How do I feel about that? Oh, yeah, it's not jiving with my thoughts. Okay. What's my inspiration? Sylvie! Let me see what they might say extra in the messaging. Ooh, another message that this card holds is about how you live with authenticity. Are you smiling, but inside you're crying? Can you be at ease within yourself? That's the question. And I think a lot of times, and you've heard this before, people will say, and I'll show you the image one more time. Well, you've heard this before, but excuse me. People will say, you know, you're a spiritual being having a human experience. But we forget. I want to be a spiritual being without like the body aches. Oh, wait, that's biology. Well, what are we doing here? What do I say to you all the time? We are learning how to merge biology with divinity. So you're going to have practical physical needs. So this radical self-care is, okay, I used to yell at myself and go, are you hungry again? Like, what is the problem? And so I would starve myself because I had stuff to do. Yeah, that didn't work for me anymore because my body like stopped functioning in certain places. And it's like, okay, that doesn't work. I better pay attention. If you imagine your body as a child holding your hand and your soul is just, you know, guiding you along, and the child stops because it's tired and it's cranky. So you need to get some sleep. It's hungry, it's crying. You need to feed it. It's just so simple, but we forget. Because we start to ignore those little things like, oh yeah, what is that? Is that a bug bite? I don't know. It's a rash. I'll deal with it later. Fortunately, I don't have any rashes. But you know what I'm talking about. It's like a thing happens, and then you say in your mind, I have to get that done first. Do you really? Just know, it says, that, there, look at that. And I love the top of it too, the spiritual part. Just know that life loves you. With that in mind, your job is to do your part to make your experience a healthy one. How you nourish your mind, your body, and soul is directly related to how you experience your life. It's time to put yourself first, then everything will fall beautifully into place. Now, when we talk about the number 5 in numerology as it relates to manifesting, it is also about play. It's about having fun. I remember when our kid was young, maybe when we had just moved to Sedona, they were 2.5. So 2.5 to 3.5 to 4. But in that first year and a half, I was trying to get stuff done. It's like, oh, I need to unpack okay, honey, I'll be right there. Or I need to write an email to my list or write a blog or give a reading or do a thing and be like, okay. So I stopped fighting it. And I love miniatures. We have like little cups and like a little thing. Anyway, so I stopped collecting stuff, but I like little miniatures. And so when I looked down at my kid playing with a dollhouse, and I was like, this is my dream come true. And I'm not letting myself have it. I never had a dollhouse. We couldn't afford one. We had no room. We lived in a railroad apartment, 1 bedroom, 4 of us. So it's like, here I am being given and gifted the opportunity to play. So not only did we have this little dollhouse, I went out and I found like a barn with like the people that went with it and the animals, and you press the thing and it like moves, and I was like, oh. So we would spend hours. We set up the village. We live in the village. We set up a village, and we had the barn, and then we went on a business trip for my husband to Phoenix. I remember going into what's the toy store with the giraffe? Oh my God, I'm going so blank because I haven't been there in years. But anyway, they had a 2-story house with an attic on sale, and it was like, okay, that's where my money's going. Brought it home. We set up like meals, and then they went to the farm to go get the chicken eggs, and we just had the best time. And that nurturing helped me to connect more with not just my needs and my kids' needs, but the idea of how to help other people, how to incorporate play. So think about that. I keep hitting this. I'm sorry. It's used to it on the other side. Body and soul, taking care of yourself. You are the complete package. Just unwrap it a little at a time. I hope this is helping you. Okay, our next set, we're going to do the Starseed Oracle. Starseed Oracle. And this is by Rebecca Campbell. And I'll show you the book, little booklet. Starseed Oracle. Danielle Noel did the artwork, and Rebecca Campbell. Now, if you're choosing this deck for whatever reason, maybe you're choosing all 3 for different reasons. Maybe you're choosing your sun, rising, and moon. Maybe you're choosing a card for how to best relate to a relative, or, you know, how to get clarity on an issue. Remember, you're not giving your power away. And one more time, just one more time. When I look at this and I see Venus in Leo and it's opposing Saturn in Aquarius, what I am looking at is the big crosshair in the center of the wheel, right? With the moon, excuse me, with the moon opposing Uranus and the south node opposing the north node. What that means, if you're not familiar with astrology, is there are parts of you that want to let go so badly. I've been talking so much. Hang on. But it feels like chaos in you, or it feels like it will be chaos, or it feels like you're supposed to be responsible for everything and everybody around you. And so that idea of taking charge, but who's the boss of me? Well, can I make that decision? Or if somebody came into your living room and said, we got to clean up this mess, and you just like, okay, and you just go like grab the vacuum and like, wait a second, who are you? Why are you in my house? So we have to back it up in a retrograde, in many retrogrades, and that is to understand that we are creating the order of things, and wisdom comes from knowing the order of things. So let's just chill, okay? I'm going to get rid of that again. Let's just chill, folks. And okay, so if you have chosen the, excuse me, the Starseed Oracle, this is for this reading. That just flew. Okay, in fact, there were 2 cards. I don't want to feel like the other cards, there was like a solid 1 card. Pardon. We got 2 cards and they both flew. So I'm excited. Hang on. These don't have numbers on them, so you have to go alphabetically. So we have a P for portal. Let me show you that one first. P for portal. I love this. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards, wild card. This card relates to you put in the hard work and now reap the benefits. And it's like saying, okay, slow down, turn around, see where you've come from. You have done so much. You've put in so much effort. Now just chill for a little bit. And that stands true for, let me do these cards one at a time. The second one is you're not alone. That's the second card. You're not alone. Physical connection, community. Okay, but the first card that just flew out, well, they flew out together, was portal. And an open portal means that when you are connected, body, mind, spirit, and you come together, I think the thing to do is to be present with how it feels, because your vibration is going to create your next moment. That is basic law of attraction. What you feel repeatedly, forms neurons in your brain. Science proven. And then when you think about, and when you learn something new, those neurons go, oh, we can form new connections. And they look like little wiggly arms reaching out toward each other. And they create a community. Now that community can be repeating something back to you that says, never going to happen. I'm so tired. I'm sick and tired of these people. Why do I have to do the work all the time? What, all the negative jargon. Or it can be, it's so beautiful out. I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm just, it's like, whatever. It's happening. I'm going to put my best effort in. I'm going to do my absolute best. And I'm going to become conscious of as many moments as possible as I see this portal has now opened and I'm moving toward it. And it's created in front of you to move toward you. So that's another idea of creating a bridge, where you don't always have to go out into the world and like go fishing for stuff. I got to sit there and like cast my line all the time. It's your thought is creating, you have a thought, it's a particle. That particle then is the idea. And if that idea resonates with your total being, you're in alignment. But if you feel dissonance, remember there's dissonance and there's resonance. Resonance is total alignment. And hang on, let me put the card down so I can do what I do. Resonance is alignment. When you feel dissonance, or your mind's going this way, your body's going that way, and you're just like, oh my God, I need a nap or something. That's when you just need to get calm, right? But you've done that. You've done the work. So apparently you've reached the portal. Doors are opening wide. You decide. Rewards, wild card. Doors are opening wide. Your work is being rewarded. So then what happens, and I was looking at Venus is all about allowing. If you allow it to come to you without the judgment around it, oh, I didn't work hard enough, or now's not the time. Here, I would like to give you $1,000. No, you don't. What's the catch? There's no catch. Okay, and then your mind goes to, well, what bill should I pay first? And then before you know it, all the money's gone in your brain because you've allotted it. Oh, so-and-so could use $30, or I did that and I have to pay that bill and I should squirrel away. And so your mind starts going instead of just allowing the gift to come. So the portal is here. Now, let's talk about you're not alone. And again, I've not pulled this card. That's a Y. T, U, V, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. And that song has never left me. I use it often. You're not alone. Here we go. Oh, no, that's you're not for everyone. Your life is a canvas. Okay. Where is the card? You couldn't put a number on the card? Okay. I guess not. You're not for everyone. Oh, there we go. You're not alone. I found the card. Isolation, physical connection, community. When you are alone, but don't feel lonely, the portal can come to you so much more readily. Does that make sense? Hey, Amy's here too. Okay. When you're alone and you have time to collect your thoughts, put them in a bag and transform them, or let them go, toss them, and then find the other thoughts that create those neurons that create newer connections And those new electrical connections in your brain, this is science, form that new network of neurons telling you possibility, possibility. Then you're more in the wave. Particle is a thought, the wave is the quantum field. And this is who you are. So when you narrow your focus, that's a particle, to get something done, you're focused. You're on it. You're doing it. Now, how you feel while you're doing it is equally important because that will create the next opening for your advancement. Now, if you're advancing in a circle and you just see, oh, I just did that 2 weeks ago, why do I have to do it again? And you lose that, then step away. Then you're in dissonance. But when you're in resonance and you say, I am so excited about this thing. I don't know what this thing is. I'm just excited about today. This morning, I turned on my phone and I saw ants. And I was like, you guys are going to be there in an hour. So I'm going back and I'm going to lie down. I'm going to meditate. And then I'm going to look at something funny. And I found this little kid dancing on Instagram. And I was like, yes, that's me. That's me today. I'm going to dance through my day. Now, if there comes a time when I'm dancing and I'm sluggish, my body needs to rest. My mind needs a calmer, quieter focus. My body, I need to be hydrated, right? So body, mind, spirit, we're going back to the first card. If you picked a combo of cards, or was it the Oracle of 7 energies? Anyway, you're not alone is the point. And coming full circle with the thought is like, as you are forming your ideas about what to do and how to get it done, that's when energy aligns with others. And suddenly you say to a friend, a neighbor, a family member, coworker, oh, I've been thinking about this thing. Really? Me too. Tell me what you come up with. Or I just found this flyer in my mailbox. Maybe you, and it's like, yes, thank you. That's where community comes in. That's where you're not alone comes in. So, let me read. Many starseeds find it more nourishing to retreat than to spend their time in meaningless conversations and relationships. I did not choose a card for today, but I'm going to take all of them, but especially this one. I don't. Hello, how are you? That's lovely. I met someone new the other day, and this person did not ask me one question. It was a very long 2-hour lunch. There was other conversation, so I just filled in the blank and talked. But when someone is not interested in getting to know you, or maybe they're interested in who you are, but they just don't know what to ask, that it's time for people to step up. So if you find yourself in any kind of conversation, and sometimes you vibe right away with someone and you both like, blah, 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 this is amazing, it's so fun, blah, blah, blah. Or you're just sitting around and going, oh, okay, well, we talked about the weather, let's talk about family. And then they talk and talk and talk, but they don't reciprocate with a question. Ultimately, they're guarded and or insecure and or disinterested. It's okay. They just don't want to know you. That's okay. Don't waste your time. There's a better community for you. Do you understand? You relate to that? You can share, like, subscribe if you're watching this on Facebook, on YouTube. You understand what I'm talking about. And nourishment comes with community. And the ones especially that you vibe with. So make it your present moment mission to be as present as possible in vibrations of authenticity. And when you do that, you're suddenly going to feel like I'm naturally going to attract the people I need when I need it the most. And I can also ask for help. But if that's not something that you're used to doing, then maybe testing the waters, asking for help. And if you get immediate no's everywhere, like, no, I can't help you, no, I can't help you, no, I can't. How do you feel about that? Well, it can be just like, yep, It rolls off. You're like, no big deal, they're busy. But if it really bothers you that every time you ask for help and people say, no, I can't, then there's that part of you that needs healing. So going back to the beginning, knowing that you're not alone means that you've done the hard work. I put the card back already. You've done the hard work in the portal, and it's showing, oh, there it is. You've done the hard work, and now here's the portal. Now, isn't this interesting that in this card, there is only one person? And then in this card, these are the cards that came out together. In this card, it looks like you and you. You and you are going to make the next community. So what's coming your way? Is it an actual, maybe you need to connect more with families if you have got kids, or maybe you need to connect more with a specific type of business. If you are working toward a goal in business. So think about that. That whatever community that is coming your way, that you are already resonating. So if you're just joining us, we're going to close now. We've done the oracle reading. We had, if you chose the white light oracle, then Obadiah, number 3, being able to listen now to your intuition. If you chose that, we have that reading. You can go back and listen to the replay. If you chose the oracle of the 7 energies, it was the number 5 card, body and soul, radical self-care right now, and getting in touch with what your mind is telling or ignoring your body or telling yourself to do. And then the Starseed oracle. So you can watch us in a replay if you are just joining us, and pick your deck. And maybe you pick a deck for different issues. Maybe you pick a deck for sun, rising, and moon. But I hope, no matter how many decks you've chosen of the 3, and maybe all 3, just 1, maybe 2, that it has helped you. Thank you for being here, folks. Thank you for being. Next week on the 8th, we're going to get into the Mercury in retrograde and what that looks like for the elements. And that would be the fire element, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. And then the earth element, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then the air element, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then for the water element, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So join us next week on September 8th, and I'll be back and we'll be talking about what you can do in this retrograde when it begins in Libra and then moves into Virgo, and how you can negotiate through your element. Ooh, that'll be exciting. So remember to share, like, subscribe, and let people know that I'm around. And I'd like you to be as present as possible. And remember that you are creating your world with every thought you think and every vibration that you output. So if you're thinking one thing, but you're feeling something different, you're going to have dissonance. Dissonance is not resonance. So you want to come back to center and get together with yourself, right? Get in tune with yourself. Meditation is always a great tool to start with. And then breathe throughout your day. Find some joyful things to focus on and be grateful. Appreciate. Oh, that thing's happening there and I'm so overwhelmed. Yes, 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 yes. But look at those flowers have just bloomed and I'm so grateful. I really appreciate fill in the blank. All right, folks. That's it for today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being. As always, I wish you peace, and I'll see you next week.